In today's video, I'll be commenting about HYLN's ride and drive event, specifically the first 1 minute where they have a drone flying through the workspace area. And I've worked in kind of like a similar setup before. I don't recommend investing in HYLN, expecting it's going to go to the moon. I would invest assuming that you'll most likely lose most or all of your money at this point because it's at an all-time low. And for a rational person, I would say you go spend your hard-earned money on something that you could enjoy, like a thing, or maybe at the worst case scenario, spend it on lottery tickets. Because if you spend $20 on lottery tickets, at worst case scenario, you'll lose 100%. But if you try to go all in and buy thousands of shares of HYLN stock, you may lose significant amounts of money. The first screenshot is at 27 seconds in. And the thing I like about this is that they have two ladies parked right up in front of the building. It's almost like they're guardians of the workspace. And later in the video, as the drone makes a turnaround to the left of them, the CEO steps out of his desk and goes into a meeting room. And I also like that he's stationed in front of the building, so if he can see who's coming in and who's leaving. So you can see who the stragglers are and who takes late lunches and who leaves early. So it's kind of designed to maximize productivity. And if you have maximum productivity, you're outputting good technology, and that technology will eventually produce value. 3 seconds later, you'll see more of the work area, and it's this open office setting, and it's designed to maximize collaboration between teams. No one's doing stuff in a silo. They're talking to each other. If they have questions, you can ask the person next to you or the person in the group of cubes to the left or right of you. And you'll also see that they're using at least 2 or 3 monitors, and that's also a technique to also increase productivity. And as a shareholder, which again, I own stock in this company and I do not work for them, I like it because it's a sign of increased productivity. At second 32, you'll see 2 desks to the right hand side, and they have cabinets up on top, and those are for people higher up the chain of command. They're not normal workers, they're higher level people, maybe managers. But again, I like that they have 2 important people facing right next to each other, and that helps boost collaboration. Again, no one's working in a silo. This piece of technology is going to work with this other piece of technology because everyone is working together as one team. I like that. Now, things kind of, I see red flags in this area at 37 seconds. And this is where the drone makes its first fly around. And my thoughts are that there's only maybe 3 people working in this area to the right, but it looks like that there's more people than there actually is. So I think some of this is staged to, hey, could you please sit here because we're going to fly a drone through the building to make it look like there's more people actually working as there are. And as a shareholder, I do not like this. Is because you're trying to make something look better than it actually is. And the main reason why I say it is because the 2 individuals closest in this area, they're working on laptops, but their monitors are off and they're not using the mouse and keyboard next to them. If you are really working there, you would be using the monitors and the mouse and keyboard. So these two people are definitely not there. And I have a feeling that the two individuals standing over the person, who I think the person in the white shirt is actually there, they're just staged to make it look like that there's increased collaboration and there's more people there than there actually is. And as it goes around this area, you'll see a person stationed there, but looking at a blank monitor, two blank monitors. So worst case scenario, he may not, they may have told him just to sit there and look like he's doing something, but in reality, you see that one of the two monitors are on, and if he was really doing stuff, that second monitor to the right of him is on, because you can see the person in the white shirt, you can see both monitors from this angle, but you cannot see that first person. So I have a feeling he also may not be there. He may not be actually physically stationed there, as that they move this person to say, hey, could you make this area look like there's more people than there actually are. But if I go back, you'll see another kind of minus with this open desk space. You'll see the group of 4 people to the left-hand side. They're talking, having a stand-up meeting, collaborating. The individual to the right is at 0 productivity. They're just blankly staring at the monitor because their concentration is now focused on these 4 people in that conversation, which is a disadvantage of this increased collaboration, is that if you're having a meeting right next to someone, they can't work until these 4 people stop talking. The same point is brought up here. You have another, it looks like 5 people having a meeting. The gentleman to the left on the laptop, but you can actually see one of his monitors on. He can't do any work until this meeting is over with. Anyone working next to that meeting table, their productivity's close to 0 until that meeting's over with. And that's a trade-off of open work areas. I don't like them, but that's just the way it is. As the drone makes its way towards the break room, you'll see a ping pong table and a foosball table. The thing I like about this area is you don't see anyone playing games. They're all doing work. And I like that. That means that everyone is productive and they're collaborating and no one is playing games. It's kind of like one of those trick things. Like if you're playing games all the time, you shouldn't be working there. And so it's kind of like a litmus test or a trap. But in the normal work area, in the normal work environment, kind of like the inverse logic takes place. Is like if you have people goofing off, they may stay around with the company and they may let go of people who are actually doing the work, which is kind of messed up. But at least I like seeing that no one's playing games and everyone's doing work. The last thing I noticed, and this is kind of like an Easter egg kind of thing, as Healy's walking into the media room, over on the right-hand side on the whiteboard, it looks like there's a coffee cup drawn on there. I think it's like an ongoing joke. Like, oh, we're going to show you a coffee cup on top of the vehicle. And oh, there it is on the whiteboard too. It's kind of like this recurring theme. That's it for this video. And of course, thanks for watching.